Oh, hi! I'm so glad you could join me. I'm excited to see you because we're going to talk about one of my favorite of the 8 limbs of yoga. That's the Yamas. Now, as there's 8 to get into, but I really wanted to highlight the Yamas because we talk about the ethical and moral codes that we have within that control and build our relationships, not only with ourselves, but our communities we live in, the world we live in, and beyond. So by connecting to these, you're connecting to your true self. So, these external ethics, these yamas, what are they? Like, what do I need to know? Well, I'm gonna tell you, because they're pretty cool. So, we have Ahimsa. Ahimsa is non-harming, compassion, not putting anyone in harm, causing violence, truly living in a very non-aggressive manner. It's something that I think the world really needs now more than ever, is non-violence and truly not causing harm unto others, because we know we don't want harm on ourselves, and if we don't want it on ourselves, we definitely shouldn't be giving it to the external world. You know what I'm talking about. All right, next one of the other yamas we have is Satya, which is benevolent, truthfulness, living true honesty in your heart and allowing that to shine out. Because when we're honest with ourselves, we can be honest with our neighbors, with our communities, and beyond. It's truly powerful stuff. All right, another yama I want to talk to you about is Asteya, which is responsibility, not stealing. Truly living in the community as one is supposed to by the rules and regulations that we set forth. And by being somebody that doesn't steal, that lives in genuineness, you're allowing to live your life by that Asteya yama. Next, Brahmacharya, which is true unity, which, hello, connection and community, unity. I love Brahmacharya because it just, I don't know, it reminds me of holding hands and hugging, which we're in a pandemic right now, and I really could use that, but I still feel it, because unity lives within us. And by living within us, it projects out and is felt beyond. And lastly, Aparigraha, which is one that I really want to highlight because it speaks so near and dear to my heart. It's simplicity and generosity. If you don't need it, give it away. I currently work in homeless shelters in New York City, and I get to see generosity given a lot. And recently, a family down the street in the community gave all of their clothes because they were ready to purge themselves of their external things that they didn't really need. And they really wanted to focus more on their internal needs. And by doing so, they were able to provide the young people that I work with that are experiencing housing instability, which comes with that financial insecurities. And by giving that, they got to experience the love and the stories of the fibers that were woven into these clothes and these books that were given. And it meant more to those young people than any name brand that has ever been donated to the shelter. And so I really got to see tenfold of Aparigraha yama given. And truly, if you live by these yamas in the external ethics, it's going to shine out and reflect. And again, these are just one of the 8 limbs of yoga, but it's such a beautiful place to live in and begin in and learn more about. So I encourage you to explore more within yourselves, externally and internally, and engage in the yamas every day and give yourself and your community at large what it needs. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here, and continue being well.